So can you see that path in front of you again?
Yes, I see the path. It's still the same. It's grassy in the middle, and it like has worn tire marks on either side,
Yes.
and
It's like
it
an
goes.
old prairie trail or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yes.
yeah. Okay, I want you to walk that again, back to the place at the water. Take your time. Take your time. Look around. Take in the feeling you get, the expressions you get.
I'm going down. As I go around to the left, it goes down. I'm like walking like down a path,
Yes.
and so it's like going downhill,
Yeah.
and 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 then yeah, there's the water,
Yeah.
and I'm at that same place, so I can look out, and it's pretty big. The lake, or is like the lake is big,
Yes.
but to the left it goes like almost like a river, or
Yeah.
still pretty wide, but it goes, and then I'm walking down that path. Um, there's
Yes.
bushes and like things up because you can see like it's over there, like the water's over there,
Yes.
and
And you can find that path over the river, over to.
yeah, to the bridge, to the
Yeah.
footbridge.
Yeah. Is it the same bridge as before?
It is, and I can hear it. It's loud as I'm walking across. It's like clop, clop, clop. I can hear,
Yeah.
and
And if you
before I
stop,
can hear,
I want you to stop now on the top of the bridge there.
yeah, I'm at the pinnacle, or across the top,
Yeah.
like
And
it
taking
arches.
yeah, and take a new look down to the water. Is it the same water? Have you changed in any way?
It's still moving, and it's clear, and it's deep too. I can see down there, but it's deep.
Yeah.
Right there, it's deep.
If you take a breath now, a deep breath, and try to feel if you get any feelings from that water. Do it make you sad, make you happy, make you curious, or any feeling? Do you get anything?
I just know, I can just tell that it's deep,
Yes.
and
Is it
if I were in it, it's moving, and it's moving.
quickly?
Not really quickly, but yeah, it's like this
Yeah.
fast.
But it's not a feeling of being overwhelmed or something. Just is it just relaxing?
I just know that it's deep. It's
Okay.
it's uh
Okay.
it's deep.
That's okay. Okay. Then I want you to.
And it would carry me away pretty quickly.
Yeah, I understand. Then I want you to go to the other side and see what direction the path take there. If it's straight or if it's turning to left, right.
It's another dirt path, and it goes off to the right a little,
Okay.
and then you go up. You're like up to the left,
Okay.
and you start to literally go up. Like
Yeah.
on either side of the river, it's like it comes in like this, and then there's the bridge, and then on this side you like go to the right, and then it goes up, and then it's up. It's like a dirt path,
Yes.
and there's some, what do you call? There's roots from the trees that cross the path,
Yeah.
and you can sort of step on them. It's almost like stairs in a sense.
Yeah. Good. Now I want you to take that path and keep on walking until you come to a mountain or a hill or something. And when you are at that place, I want you to tell me and take your time, take the walk, take in what it's giving to you, every feeling you get when you walk the path.
You're going up. I mean, when I
Yes,
say it goes up, it's almost steep.
yeah.
I mean, literally, I must, like, yeah, I'm going up and it's steep and,
Is it so steep you need to climb, or can you still walk on it?
well, after you go off to the right and you start going up, you're walking, but you're literally climbing. I mean, you're going up.
Yeah,
You're going up. I didn't even notice how high it was, but you're going up, and the trees, like I said, the roots are coming across, and that helps you too. You can even put your hand on the trees as you're. It's already traveling up, and then at one point it comes to there's a like a big boulder, and you can go to the right or go to the left.
I want you to follow your feeling where you want to go and go until you come to a mountain.
Well, I'm at the base of the mountain,
You're there
and
now.
that whole path was just sort of. I mean, it's connected to it. That's literally the base was like, as you can see how I said it's stuck out in the water.
Yeah, I understand.
To the right, if you look over, that water goes to like the sort of a it's steep over there like a cliff on that side, and the
Yes,
water is on that side, but like in the middle it's almost like it comes this way, like out like that, and then over here, and then it just goes out to a really big river, I mean lake that way.
yeah,
I think it's a lake, and then but on this side it's like the mountain comes down and you're walking up the path. But I
yes,
think if I would have went this way on the boulder, it would I could see over here
yeah,
the cliff. And so as you're coming up, you're actually going up the side of the mountain. It's a little flatter, but now that I'm at the boulder, I'm going that way, and it the path isn't wide, so you can't like drive anything. It's a footpath, and you can go around, and you start to go up,
yeah.
and it's an incline. You're going up the whole time. It's an
Yeah.
incline.
But I want you to go forward until you come to the face of the mountain. And I want you to put your hands on the mountain. And I want you to put your cheek against the mountain. And I want you to inhale deeply and, and let go and see what you feel. Do you get any feelings from it? Is it
It's
warm? Is it cold?
it's chill. It's cold.
It's,
It's cold.
it's cold. Okay.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, like not like freezing cold, but it's sort of like
Stone cold.
yeah, it's stone cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not warm, but it's
Yeah. So it's
uh,
not have been warmed up by the sun. It's still a little cold. That's great. Okay.
I have a feeling it's early in the morning.
Yes.
Even as I look like that fog, like that morning fog,
Yes.
when it's later in the year and everything is still green.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a feeling I'm more north than south.
Yeah.
Uh,
And do you get a little bit feeling of the season of fall in the autumn, in the fall,
um,
or late summer?
I, I say late. It's only because it's early in the morning, and I think that sun comes over the mountain, and when that sun comes over and then it's getting direct sun, I bet those boulders probably warm up quite exponentially. It's early in the morning. That's why that dew was the grass back there was sort of wet. It's like that morning dew.
Yeah.
just seems to be forming in my mind, and
Yeah.
so
Don't analyze so much. Just take in what you're giving. Don't analyze. But I totally understand what you're talking about. Anyway, now I want you to climb this mountain. I guess it can be hard, but you also can find a way up to the top of the mountain. And I want you to take as long time as you need and do it in the speed you want that feel comfortable for you. No hurry, no hurry at all. And you're also protected and can never, never fall off that mountain, how steep it even is. And I want you to take a climb up to the top of the mountain. And when you are on the top of the mountain, I want you to call on me again and say when you're there. Take your time and take in whatever you see, what you hear, and what you feel.
there's there's a pathway.
Yeah,
There is a path, and it has rocks on it,
yes,
and you can literally hold on to. It's your. I'm traveling between the rocks. Like
yes.
there's big rocks to like boulders to the left and to the right, and then I'm just. And now some of the area is sort of narrow, and I'm like going between the crevice, and
Yes,
I'm still going up,
yeah,
and I'm going for it's pretty high as I and you can hear the rocks. And I have on I have on shoes now. I have on shoes. I can feel, yeah, my feet are crunching under the rocks.
yes,
I'm
okay.
not barefoot. And
Keep on climbing.
now it's getting steep because I'm like having to step up and lift myself to the next, and I'm really holding on to there's lots of rocks, man, lots of big rocks. To get this path has been there, but it's lots of rocks, and I can almost see the top up front ahead of me.
Yes,
And like there's one spot where I can like stop, and it's like I can see like a cliff, like a
yeah.
big rock, but it's not the top. It's just on the way up, like a plateau, and
Do
then I can
do you feel
still.
that you want to stop there and take a look?
I looked already, but as I saw it, I could see I can step out on it,
Yeah,
but the path is going that way, and it's not. I can tell it's not the top because God, it's like I don't know. I think there's a probability that water might run through this because I can imagine if it's raining because it's getting steep and it's going up, and there's it's like a trail, it's like a path,
yeah.
and okay, I'm getting to the top. It's high. Um, oh well, I thought that was the top, but now it's like going to the right, and it's sort of open up here. It's very open. The rocks are like after you went around that bend, it sort of opened up, but you still can keep climbing, and um, there's like grass up here too. There's sort of yeah, like I don't know how I got to this knoll, and then
Don't analyze, just go.
um, okay, I'm at the highest part that I could possibly go.
Good. So if you look around on the surroundings, where is the mountain? Is it in the forest or is it in a chain of mountains or is it standing alone?
It's on a chain of mountains, and it makes me want to step back and just sort of lean back.
Yeah,
Because like once you get to the very top of where I'm at, um, there's like a big boulder, and but there's nowhere else to go up. It sort of stops like right there, and
Yeah,
uh, I'd have to be an eagle or something to get to the top. And
yeah,
well, and it's not even a big area either. It's just it's top for sure, and
yeah. But
I can't go
is it
around the edges of it.
yeah,
It stops right there.
yeah. Is it a little flatter on the top, or is it still you need almost to cling on to the top?
Um,
Or can you
it's
see?
not the very top of it. I can't scale that.
Okay,
Well, I can't scale that boulder. It's just big, and
yeah,
I know. I just feel like like I want to like just step back from
yeah,
the edge. It's just it's high. It's
yeah,
high,
yeah.
and
Is it feeling uncomfortable to stand there?
no, I feel like I've been here before.
Yes,
And you can see the river down below, and it just keeps going, and it keeps going, and then there's like another river, like a lake or something.
yes,
It sort of opens up and it closes, like back to a river, and then it just keeps going, and it just winds through the mountains. I don't know which
yes.
I can
But
see.
it's pure nature around you. There is no buildings, nothing.
No,
No.
no buildings, just yeah, it's nature. It's a beautiful scene. It's high.
Yes.
It's really high.
So it give you a nice feeling then.
Yeah, you feel like you're on top of the world. It's
Yes.
just,
That's
and
great.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yes.
Um,
What kind of clothes do you have on you? You did have shoes now, you said?
yeah, I'm wearing boots. I'm wearing boots and with like a thick bottom on it, and they're like brown, and they have I don't know, you know those laces that you not laces, but they're laces, but they have like those hooks that you
Yeah.
hook and cross and hook and cross and hook and cross,
Yes.
and they go up. And my pants are like shoved inside the boot, and they're like some thick khakis, and they're cargo pants. I have pockets and
So,
almost like a military belt, and uh,
so you're almost dressed for the occasion now.
I am totally dressed for the occasion.
Good.
I'm dressed for the occasion, and yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to take a breath again. Deep, nice breathe, and release it. And now I want to you to face upwards to the sky and describe the sky for me. Is it cloudy? Is it clear? Are you really near the clouds, or are they still very high up in the sky?
It's an overcast. It's an overcast, but it's
Yes,
not really thick overcast. It's a thin overcast,
yes, not so thick.
because yeah, it's sparse. You can yeah.
Okay. I want you now to imagine there's through this overcast there coming two hands towards you, down towards you. Can you see the hands?
Yeah,
What kind of feeling do you get when you see them? Are they scary? Are they inviting?
the clouds start spinning, and
Yeah,
it just sort of opened up, and it's almost a little dizzying, and then
yeah,
two big white, like almost transparent hands just come down.
yeah. I happen to know that those hands, wanted to take you on a journey. They want you to show you something that are important for you now. They want to show you something that you can remember and incorporate into yourself. So I guess you can sit on the hands, or they can scoop you up, or anything like that. And when they do, tell me.
It's good.
Yeah, greet
Yeah,
greet them and say to them that you're happy to meet them, and you are curious to be observing what they want to show to you, and let them take you on this journey. And you don't need to speak now. Let them take you away on this journey, and they're going to take you to a place that is important for you to see and important for you to understand. And when you are at that place that you feel here is something I want to explore, then you can contact me again. But let them take you on this journey, and you don't need to speak now. You just take the journey with the hands. Follow them.
I'm there.
You already there?
It's moving fast. It's moving really fast.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like coming down over the rainbow, and there's a bunch of people like dancing in like patterns on the ground, like a celebration is taking place.
Okay.
And
Do
I'm
you
just watching it from up top.
do you want to take part in that celebration?
Yeah, I want to land. I do want to go down there.
Ask the hands to put you down there, and they will.
And they place me down. It's like right where I come down, the the area of people dancing just opens up.
Yes.
And, uh, and then I take the hand of one of them and one on the other side, and now we're dancing like a square dance. We're like doing ring around the rosy, and one hand over the other. We're just this is a big dance, and we're celebrating,
Yes.
and uh, and we're chugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
And
nice.
it's a happy feeling, I guess.
Yeah, it's very happy. Heck, they're just celebrating
Do
like
you
they're
do you understand what they're celebrating? Are they celebrating that you're there with them?
yes, I'm joining in. It's a dance. It's a it's a dance, and we're happy. And there's so many different type of entities that are here,
Lovely.
and
And you understand that they
yeah,
are there only for you. And
I
you,
know dance.
yes. So there is different species, and there is different sexes also, female and males.
I'm so happy to be there.
Yes, I understand that is a good feeling. Do any female hold you in your hand?
We're just going. We're like almost like a do-si do from one person to the next, and uh, you're just sort of. It's almost like a kaleidoscope, and we're all just mixing, and it's just we're doing all these movements, and
Yes.
it's very
Is there
nice.
music also, or is just the dance, rhythmic dance?
It's going faster.
Yes. It sounds lovely.
And everybody is starting to rise into the air, and we're no longer grounded.
Now, rising together.
We're all floating, like just rising, and it's getting faster and faster.
Just follow.
It's like we're just melting into one.
Yes.
It's
They
beautiful.
all a part of you, and you are part of all of them. And they are also there to give you answer and to help you to understand what you need to understand. And I happen to know that I are now bringing you to a place in that vortex of dance you're in, and you're going to slow down, and settle down. And I want you now to explain to me what you see around you.
They said I've done it, and I did so good.
Yes,
They said they're really proud of me.
yes, of course.
They can't believe how much I remember. And they would say, no matter what you were doing, no matter how low you thought your vibration was from what I was doing, I was still so totally committed. And he just couldn't believe it. And I would always just do things that make them double take, like, how did he remember to do that? And they're just saying, just beautiful. They're just saying that the job I did was so good.
Yes. Does that make you feel happy?
I feel the tears running down my face. Hopefully, you can't see them.
I can see them.
It's very, yes, it's very nice. It's very beautiful.
And
And
you,
they're all speaking at one time. And
yes.
they're
Are they speaking and smiling directly to you?
connected to my heart.
Yes. And it's so that I happen to know that there is an elder entity being there. They want to approach you. They want to grab your hands and communicate with you. They are going to present himself, herself. It's an elder person, and I think you will perceive it as a rather old person or entity. Can you see something like that distinguish out of the crowd?
Yes, very beautiful. You're holding my hands.
Yes. And if you look into the entities, is it a female or a male?
It
Or
has no sex. It's an androgynous. It's
it's
all things.
yes, okay. So if you look into the eyes or into the soul on that entity, you are going to get message that are meant for you to understand and to take with you in your life, to enhance your life and your ascension into a higher vibration. They're going to enforce this that is going on and happening now for you. And I want you to tell us, if it's possible, what they're giving to you, the message.
for all of the work, all of the effort, and all the patience that I put in. They're so proud, so to connect with this great remembrance. Never said I didn't doubt, no matter what I verbally said, whatever I was thinking, I still, it was always such a, almost a contradiction at times, but I set my faith, it was never wavered. And they're amazed at a young age that I was able to grasp such concepts. But this is how I was designed. And I always come through. And once again, we're reunited as one. And know, share my truth, my experience, you to share my truth because there are so many who relate to my vibration.
Yes. Lovely message. And you have done this before many, many times, I guess.
They say that's how I was designed. And
Yeah.
that I always rise to the occasion.
Yes.
And it makes me feel so good to be so honored and so blessed to have the opportunity, regardless to what my interdimensional doubts and fears are. The ability, even after we've been tortured, killed, wanted off like waters off a duck's back.
Yes. And you stay true to the purpose.
It's so brave.
Yes.
But that's how it was designed.
Yes. And there is pure love, I guess. Pure love for you. Pure love for everyone living.
They said the love in my heart is so pure.
Yes.
That's where my power lies. That's
Yes.
where my resonance lies. People can feel beyond any projection,
Yes.
whether black, gay. It's all in my heart.
Yeah. And we are all part of this. I want you to take a little step. Or was it more? Sorry.
We are one. There
Yeah.
is only one.
Yes.
To recognize this, recognizing your oneness for all is the answer.
Yes. Awesome.
To win the game is to remember there is only one.
Yes. Is it possible for me to ask a question to this entity whose hands you're holding? Will that entity allow that?
Yeah.
And the question is, why is it so difficult for people on our planet to connect back to each other and understand that every living thing is connected in one energy? Why is that so hard for people to understand now?
It's the vibration, the vibration planet only allows for light and information to be held until one recognizes their connection,
Yes,
and long as their focus is on themselves, and then there are those who play their role. So the entire third dimension was designed as a challenge.
yes,
Get who you are. And the name of the game is remembrance.
yes,
As it says, do this and remember. And when you remember, you become aware again of the world by remembering one. It
yes,
is
yes,
explained
yes,
in physics, and it all is one, all is energy. But when you're in corporeal existence, you get lost in sensation. But it matters not, because from the very beginning, there was a plan, and the plan had a beginning, it had a middle, and it had an end, which basically was a change for continuation.
yes,
You are continuing on after the ending of this plan, this game,
yes,
experiment. The end game, the end result was all to be the same. It's brave enough to enter in and play the game or be a part of the play. You already knew what the answers were before you know the play, you've read the book, you know how it works. But once you're in it, you forget.
yes,
All you have to do is remember.
yes,
Remember that there is only one, and you made the decision to come and be a part of this challenge.
yes. And I will now make two claims, and I want you to ask that entity to say if they are true or false. One claim is that the most important for people to go back to the connection and remembrance is to get rid of fears and get rid of old um, old views of the world, how it's working. Is that so?
When you remember your connection with the one, and you understand and comprehend that there is only one,
Yes.
then the logical conclusion is forgiveness and releasing fear because you're not there to hurt yourself. You're there to give yourself opposition of experience.
Yes.
Separation is an illusion, but an intended illusion to have the opportunity to experience one's.
Wonderful. I make these claims just for people that are going to watch this later, are going to get an idea about what is important to do to come into this, back to this enlightenment again. And I do it just to clarify. So I will do another claim. It's very, very important to step out of the ego and connect back to the original energy and not climb onto old beliefs. Is that so?
The ego is a magnificent tool. It's a tool that helps facilitate the illusion of separation.
Exactly.
It allows you to have the opposite of what you are, which is pure oneness.
Yes.
To release, there's no to release. It is a tool and it has purpose.
Yes.
And if you had no ego, you would not have the illusion of separation. You would have all the answers and the game would be futile.
Lovely.
Putting
Excellent.
on to things that have happened in the past does not help. You see what you did, you decide who you are in relationship to what has happened, and then you choose anew. You have eternity to choose anew.
Yes. And is it also true that karma is nothing that is in play right now on this planet? And it doesn't matter because there is no judgment. We are just now able to connect back to that oneness and to that source. And to connect to that, we will have to get rid of that old idea that every step we take is in fear of a punishment. Is that so?
There is no judgment.
No.
And karma is just a feeling that allows you to make a decision. Did you feel good about what you did? If you don't feel good about what you've done or what you're experiencing, then you make a different choice. You make different choices, you get different results.
Exactly.
There's only one. The one is not going to torture itself or has any desire to torture itself. There was a time on the planet in the beginning stages where it took time for your actions not to physically manifest. But as the vibration of the planet rises, what you put out comes back to you pretty instantly. Just remember, you're only putting out yourself.
Yes.
You're going to torture yourself or put yourself in harm's way for anything that you've done because if you didn't have dark, you would not know light. That's all the third dimension is gives you an opportunity to choose to have relationship,
Yes.
to have relation, to be able to play from one experience to the next,
yeah.
and
And
choice, free choice.
and this
Choose
timeline now is also a time to get rid of that old dogma, I guess, and that we need to, and we know all of us inside ourselves, if we search there, that we have the answer inside for everything. We we manifest back here with no remembrance because we were able to do different choices to get the experience in the life. But there is now time to let go of that and ascend into a higher vibration again. Is that so?
dogma was just a creation by the anomaly, the opposition basically created the ego, the karma, all these tools of opposition. And there have been those who have been playing the game so long and so diligently, and they've created these things in order to give us to
Yes,
challenge ourselves. We're not challenging anyone else but ourselves.
yes,
No longer serves, it's no longer relevant. And we are moving as one into our vibrations.
yes,
And we are examples to those who follow behind us in other universes and other dimensions. This is cyclical,
yeah. And it's not possible to be reborn into not remember again.
not for those who are going through this transition in this universe.
Yes.
Once
Okay.
the certain level, the game is complete. And the game was, and I call it the game for association.
Yes.
Outcome was always known. It's just that you can't experience it in a linear time frame.
Yes.
You are already in the fifth dimension and beyond.
Yes.
It's just that the experience hasn't caught up with you. Yeah, because it already has in the now.
Beautiful. I now want the entity of Hank take a step backward and thank for the message. And I also want Hank to see into this being, if this being is around you in that reality you experience on the planet now. In a way, of course he is, because he is a part of you, but is it a separate entity on this planet and manifest here now?
There is no separation.
No, I understand that.
Only one. We're all one.
Yes,
Only in your limited perception do you perceive yourself as them and us and they and we, but there's only here and now and one.
yes,
It's just perception, that's all.
yes,
And we are all one at all times, and we are never alone. We are with ourselves.
yeah. So we are experience different parts of ourself when we are in relation with other people. It's just to mirror ourselves.
All the way back to source.
Yes,
Even what you call the archangels, Jesus and Buddha and Krishna and ascended masters, they're all just one. But for them to have individual experience or individual personalities, it's still an illusion of separation. The only difference is they remember their connection because of their high vibration. Most people on the planet don't remember because of their vibration on the planet. That's the only difference. But still, Archangel Michael is Archangel uh, Gabriel. They're all one. They're all the same. We're all one. We're all the same. We are all one. We are the great I am.
Yes.
And there's nothing we're not.
Yes. And that can be hard for some person or people to understand.
Temporarily.
Yes. Is there anyone else that want to step forward to give you any more message?
There's only one.
Yes. So now I want you again to look up, because the hands are coming back to you to bring you back to this reality, and they're coming gently towards you to scoop you up. Can you tell me when you are in that hands?
They scooped me up, and it wasn't gentle. I
It
mean,
was,
it was gentle, it was smooth, but it was fast and
yeah.
swirled me in a circle.
So you can ask them and say thank you to all of the energy around you, and I'm sure you're going to get back there soon to them, and you are always welcome, and you're always a part of that. And send your love to all the energy. And now I want you to ask the hands to bring you back again to the mountain in due time, in your pace, and put you.
I'm never. They put me there pretty quickly.
Okay.
They
So
scooped me up and they swirled me in a circle, and they were sort of really just like they're so happy, so happy.
yes.
And then they just pushed me down. And I was waiting for you to catch up, but I'm here.
So you're standing on the mountain now.
Yeah,
Okay. And I want you to descend down from the mountain, and also give your love to the hands that gave you this message today, and to help you in this journey. Tell them you love them, and you will be back again.
I did. I told them I'll definitely be back.
Yes. And I know you will.
They said I never left.
Yes, of course not. And now descend down from the mountain in that pace you think is appropriate and safe.
I'm on the slide. It's fast.
It's fast. Are you sliding
I'm
down?
sliding down through the rocks, through the crevices, around the bend, all the way down. It's almost like a toboggan or something, but and I'm going over bumps, but it's almost like there's no like impact. It's like, and yes, I'm all the way at that big boulder that I put my face on.
Yes.
And yeah,
I want you to do that again, and even thank the mountain for this experience, and give love to the mountain.
yes, I have.
Yes. Now then, you can turn around and take the path back again to the water and over the water, and be observant if the pathway is in any other shape or in other way, or if the water have changed in any way.
The water is now going in the opposite direction.
Okay,
It's
lovely.
going out toward the lake, and it's going that way.
Yes,
That's the first thing I noticed as I come up to the bridge, and I'm going over the bridge, and I can hear me clapping.
yes. So you still have your shoes on?
Well, that's funny because as soon as I got to the other side of the bridge, I was thinking about my shoes because they were making a noise. And
Yes.
I'm on the path again now, and I don't have any shoes on,
You're
and
bare feet again, yes.
I'm walking in the dirt. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mm.
but it's a good feeling to walk bare feet there, I guess.
Yeah, there's no rocks or anything like that. There's nothing that, and it's weird. It's almost not like sand, but it's firm, but it's just soft. And I'm walking in the dirted area, and
Yes.
then I can see where I originally came to the water and the big lake or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Now I can look up at the mountain. It's big, dude. It's real big, and I'm going back over down the path. I'm coming around the corner. I see the gate. It looks like oh man, I'm telling you, it looks like it's weird because it has the round post, but it has barbed wire like it holds a bull or something inside there. I didn't see a bull, and
Maybe you were the bull.
could have been. I'm at the gate again.
Yeah.
I'm
Then I
gonna go.
then I want you to open it and carefully, carefully, carefully close it behind you. It's very important that it's closed.
Yeah, and I put the big thick lock on there. Yeah, it's secure.
Good. I want you to walk out in the middle of that meadow, or field, or corral,
Yeah.
and I want you to take 2 deep breaths and relax in your body, relax in your shoulders, relax in your neck. And now I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And when I'm at 10, you're back here, now, in this reality. 1, 2, 3, you're coming back closer to this reality. You're aware of everything around you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you're back here and now and can open your eyes. How do you feel, sir?
Ooh, I feel good.
That was emotional.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, oh my. I love it when I yawn like that or I feel like itchy.
Yeah, you were really emotional in this session, and it felt true and right. And of course
Oh,
it is.
yeah. Wow. Man, that was really awesome. You know what my favorite part was? When they were all dancing.
Yeah,
They're dancing. I could see them dancing from ahead. And it was a lot of people, just a lot. And it was so weird. It was like the Wizard of Oz. I'm telling you, dude.
yeah,
Because when I came down, they just opened up. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And then I was just sort of caught up, like someone just grabbed my hand, and before you know it, I'm going through this whole thing, and we're going hand over hand, and then we start doing this chug. It was fucking awesome.
yeah,
I love, love, love doing huge group dances like that. Do you know what
yes,
I'm saying?
yes,
And it was like everybody knew the steps, and we were, and it was like this music, and it was almost like a hoedown, but at the same time, there was this really beautiful background in the back. It was going, and it was just like, but it was like, oh, it was just, it was so good. It was
pure,
so good.
pure joy. Yeah,
Yes, it was a dance of joy, and like, hey, you're back, our lead dancer, our you know what I'm saying? It was so like,
yeah.
oh. your place was saved. Let's go. And oh, it was so cool. That was really cool.
Yeah,
And so it's so interesting that that works so much better for me than quantum healing hypnosis therapy or
yeah,
those other things. It just works so much better. It's I'm able to just let go, and the
yeah.
mountain, man, it's fucking big as shit. And
It's a
this is
different method, but has the same reason, so and the same purpose. So it's just a different method,
oof,
and it works really good for me also because I have used it for 20 years now.
oh my goodness. I heard okay. Okay. It's so weird. Man, I'm really easy. When it comes to quantum healing hypnosis or whatever and all that stuff, I told you, Lars, to me, it's just like, say, for instance, when I write a poem, I feel like I'm so fucking connected that at the drop of a dime, I hear something and I'm like, oh, that's why I write so many of them because I just hear the first verse. I don't even know what I'm going to write, but it just goes. And so literally when you just said close your eyes, I mean, there was like no prep. Now, of course, I did visualize my feet growing into the ground. I wrapped my tailbone, my coccyx around a blue diamond. I
Yeah,
didn't take in inhales or whatever, but I just instantly felt myself grounded. And as soon as you said to see to see
the opening.
the meadow.
Yeah, yeah,
I saw the grass, and it had like these little white flowers. Last time they were yellow, but they were like they had like lilies or lilies. Is that it?
it's
Daffodils. Which one is the one that they're like long, like and they were like long, and it was sort of wet, and it was foggy there.
yeah,
And then I remembered the other fence,
yeah,
the other gate, like the other gate, the rock gate with the black path or whatever.
yes,
But I remembered it in my head. But when I looked straight out, I saw the wooden post with the round fence post like that, and it literally had barbed wire
yes,
that was like the part that went like this.
yes,
And like here's the post and there's the barbed wire, which I thought was really strange. And then on the other end, I could see like a big gate, like it opened like that, and like at the top it would, like if it was a bull ring or something, or if it was you're coming onto a plantation or a ranch and it
mm,
has Longhorn Ranch or some shit like that across it.
yeah,
I can see that way down there on the other end. And then off to the side, I could see the gate. And now when I thought about the gate, it had a bigger one of those hooks that go like that you put into it like that, but
yeah,
it was thick like that. But
yes,
then to open the gate, it had a latch that goes up like that, which allowed you to open it. Do you know what
yes,
I mean?
yeah,
So I can lift it up, and I think it was made of metal too. And I can lift it up and go on the other side and then close it back down. And then I reached over and take the thing and then put it inside the hole like that to
y-
close it.
yes,
And then when I turn around, I never looked up here. I just looked at the ground, and
yeah,
I can see the ground because I'm looking for a path. I see the path,
yeah,
and the path looked like you could roll like it had wheels that were going in on either side, like my driveway. But
yeah,
on my driveway, there's concrete, but this was dirt.
yes,
And so then I just traveled it. I remember everything, and I traveled it over to the left, and it just sort of swung out like that. And then, but it was like I'm going down like to lower ground or whatever. And when I got to the lower ground, that's when there was the water that was there. But it was like a river that was this way, but it was sort of wide. I mean, that bridge wasn't huge. You know what I'm saying? I could say uh, it was probably 30 feet wide. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many meters that is, but it was like 30 feet wide. And then the water was going this way.
yeah,
It was going this way. And not until, and then, but if you look out that way, over across the way where the bridge went over. I went further down the river this way, and that's where I was going down, down, down till I actually got to it. And then there's a walk bridge over there, and literally you can start going up the path that way to go up the mountain.
Yeah.
But over here, and then after you got so high on the mountain, there was like that big boulder right here, and then over. I didn't want to go to the right because it looks like it was a ledge that went around, and then you can see where I said the water went that way really far. You can see the tree line, and then over here you can see the bushes of the trees on this side, and but the water went this way, and that was coming off the cliff of the mountain. So it just sort of went right around that way. Do you know what I mean? But the
Exactly.
weirdest thing was when I came back, the water was moving the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, why is it moving that direction? And I thought, I don't know. I thought a few things, but I was just like, I just noticed it, and I was like, okay, the water's running the other direction now, and it's going back out toward what looked like here. But when I was on top of the mountain and I looked down, I could see it like a river. I know I'm rambling, and
No,
then it
no,
looked
it's
like
okay.
a lake out there, and then it went back through there. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. If it's okay with you, I can do a little interpret of that trip you took, not the last part.
Oh yes, yes, please.
Yes. Be-
Yeah, I look forward to that
because
part.
I
Yeah.
want you to remember that the images of these different places is important also to take into to your mind because
Excellent.
as I
You still recording this?
no, I don't
Oh,
want
you
to put
stopped?
I don't want to put this out. It's just
Okay, very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh, as I said, the meadow or the field or the paddock or whatever, the corral, whatever, is
Mhm.
just your everyday life represented in that place. It's how you go about in your life. And if it's soft, and as you said, you stand on grass, uh, and I did get the expression that it was rather short grass, not so long, and you saw some
No,
flower.
it was thick. It was thick grass. So it
Yeah,
was like lots of grass. Yeah, it was thick though,
yeah,
but it wasn't long. And yeah, and you can see the little flowers on the little yellow white flowers on the top. It was pretty.
yeah. And for me, that is that you're standing firm in your life, and you have part that is some parts that is enlightening your everyday life, like this flower do. There's if you do some work you enjoy, that's one of the flower, and if you do session you enjoy, that's another of the flowers. So they were there to confirm that you have this in your life. And then when you go to the gate, the gate is the step between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So when you step through that gate, you open up your subconscious and get access to that. And the path is the the way you move through your life, the way you travel to your life. So if I got the feeling that it was rather easy and joyful to go there, and you went down almost to a valley where the water was flowing.
Yes.
Yes. So, and the only expression I got, there were no hinder that you couldn't pass. So you're going through your life in a rather smooth way right now. So that's the way you travel through your life, if you understand what I mean. And the water in itself is a mirror of your feelings, inner feelings. So often when I look at water, if I sit by a beach or if I sit by a lake, I often got a lot of feeling when I look into the water, as we can do even if we're looking into a fire. We are absorbed in that. And that's the way your feelings flow, and it was fluent. Your feeling is fluent. It was not a rapid, but it flowed rather quickly.
And it
And
was very deep though
and it
too.
was deep, and your feelings are deep. So that's so obvious for me. And and the part when you come back and they flow the other direction, it was not anything strange for me because you have changed the way in your feelings because you got a lot of feelings when you did the travel to with the hands. So it's no strange that it changed direction. It just added to your feeling. And the mountain is yourself, your body, your physical being is the mountain. So how you travel through that is how you perceive yourself. If it's high and tall, you perceive yourself maybe as a big person. Uh, uh, take a lot of space maybe, but not in a bad way. But allow yourself to take space. But you said it was full of boulders, so I wonder if you still have some issues you have to clear out for yourself.
But no, remember the boulders was a path. That path was
Yeah,
like that path
yeah.
had been worn, and so the boulders were. I mean,
Out.
it was a
It
path
was
that went all the
outside
way up. It
yourself.
was.
Yes, you
I didn't
didn't.
have to climb over them or
No,
nothing.
no.
It went straight. I mean, like
So it's obvious that it's not influencing you directly, but they are there. Uh,
and then I had to climb at one point. I was holding on and I was climbing up to get up to the top, and
yes,
there was like a plateau. I told you. I think that plateau was there before. And when
yes,
I got to that, I think something about when you said last time I went in the mountain at that plateau, but then I still had further up to go. That was really
yeah. There was some
it's
kind of cave last time, if I don't
yeah,
remember.
but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because you said go into the mountain and it went down inside and deep, and yeah, that was
yeah.
really interesting. But
And sometimes it's good to sit down and connect with our physical being, just to feel that is if the energy is flowing freely, or we have put up some blocks for ourselves, because you can be aware of that if you give you that time to just get the feeling of, is your body healthy, are you okay?
oh
Yeah,
yeah, to
yeah,
get to,
yeah.
I
And
didn't get wounded or nothing, but I remember I was I was climbing for sure.
yeah,
It was yeah, it was
yeah. And for me, that's a good thing, because if you are a little flat hill, you demolish yourself into be much smaller than you really are. So it's a good thing that it's a high and steep mountain. It's a, it's for me a healthy way to be as a physical being. So it's good. Anyway, and when the hands take you away, of course, they're taking you to your higher self and showing you all this. And I'm sure you're aware of that. But where you get and what you get is different every time, often. As me, when I do my session, I have this conversation. I can call upon special, uh, not entity, but energies. I can call
hmm
up and I have asked them to help me to get message through. And then I got this message clearly, sometimes really clearly, so I just can write it down directly. I do it with some small, what do you call it, shorthands?
Jordan,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And then, but often I remember it so clearly when I'm back, so I can write it down from the beginning to the end. And then, of course, I try to use this program I have to translate into English, and that takes some time, but it's worth it anyway.
I
But
remember I don't remember all of my answers. I remember you asking me a lot of questions.
I,
Um,
I asked a couple of questions to for take the chance to explain to other people what this is about, and you did. You gave me a really good answer, the exactly answer that I expected you to give. So it was nice.
oh, you know what I was thinking? That path had been worn away by rock, by water.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So like whenever it rained or if there was ice on the top of that, mountain or whatever, as it was coming down that path, all the way down. If it starts to raining, it cut through those rocks.
Yeah,
It cut. I mean, there was a path. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it even exposed the roots on some of the trees as you were going up. And I told you I can use the trees, and I'm going up it. I mean, it was like a water path. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then it went right into that the water that was below.
yeah,
That's what I was getting the feeling of. That's why I said, I mean, just as I was going through it, and I was like, man, because you can see on the boulders, it was smooth, and then some of the boulders you could see watermarks on them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it was a salt deposit or something or whatever.
yeah,
Like this that was on the sides of the. It was pretty cool. It was
yeah.
really cool.
And it's good to cleanse your body with water sometimes, but it's also very important not to let it dig hole in you, because it's then when your feeling take the upper hand of you, and you should be in control of your feelings, not the opposite. So
What,
it's
what,
a huh? Sorry.
I'm sorry. I caught what you're saying. I was gonna say, and I apologize. What did you think about the barbed wire on that fence?
Uh, it was for me that you wanted to have a little uh, more security in your everyday life. You wanted some more, sh- but behind some more shelter in your everyday life. Nothing
But
bad.
I know I'm not looking at it negatively. I was saying,
Mm.
what did you think about it? Because what I thought was really interesting is at first there was a bowl, there was the cobblestone like boulders with the concrete or whatever that was built up, right?
Yes.
And then had that gate. But this time the gate was open, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, the fence was open, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So things could pass through, but it had barbed wire. So which I
Yeah.
thought was like,
But
hey,
but the barbed wire was in no way a hinder for you to pass through the gate. So it doesn't matter. It's just for me that you need some more protection in your everyday life, uh, and subconscious, of course,
yes.
and sometimes that's really good. So I think it's have a purpose for you.
I thought that was really interesting because I just remember I was like, oh, barbed wire fence. I said, I mean, obviously it's not keeping me in because I can just go through that right there, but it was keeping, I figured, if it's a barbed wire, it's keeping something out, you know what I mean? So